there was a guy named Dr. David Hawkins. He did a lot of research on consciousness, and he's since passed, but he used to do a lot of talks and say, like, go through a chain of fear, and ask someone like, okay, well, what's your biggest fear right now? And they might say, oh, well, it's that I'll lose my job. And then he would say, okay, well, what will happen if you lose your job? And then the person goes through, well, then I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. And if I wouldn't be able to pay my bills, then I'll lose my house. And if I lose my house, I'll be homeless. And then if I'm homeless, like, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the end of the chain is, and then I'll die. And like, so the fear always ends in, and then I'll die. But when you no longer have fear of death, the whole chain breaks down, because the end result is nil, because we never die. So eliminating that fear is so valuable.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I see such value in all of the topics under the spiritual umbrella in every
Mm-hmm.
way. Power of now, energy, thoughts create reality, all these
Mm-hmm.
topics. So I just kind of want to go back to that one last question there. The last question, if it was a heaven-like realm, what did your body look like? Did you see anything? Did you feel like something different, or was it just you? Sometimes it's hard to explain.
It is interesting. The only being that I saw in a form that looked like human was my Nana. And she looked like she did when she was like young and healthy. I mean, she died at 59, so she
Wow.
wasn't that
Mhm.
old. I wondered for a long time why I didn't see God. Because when I talked with God, instantly I knew that I knew God, that it was no different than having a conversation like in my head. Um, it's weird, because what I understand now, and I've never tried to explain this to anyone, so bear with me. There's a lot of information that is becoming available about the earth
Mhm.
and people being like stuck in reincarnation, not being able to get out. And because I didn't listen to a lot of NDE stories for very long, like after my experience happened, um, I watched a bunch, and I was looking out thinking like, oh, why couldn't have I had a life review, or why didn't this happen, or why didn't that happen? And I quickly realized that I didn't want anyone else's story. I like what was for me was perfect for me, but I had questions like, why didn't I go through a tunnel? Why didn't I see a light? Someone had said something to me at one point about the significance of my meditating when I died. And what that did was it enabled me to pass over what people would call heaven. Like, that we're in dimensions. So I don't know if, like, people talk about like a way station, or like a place where they see lots of people. And I don't know if that's considered the seventh dimension.
Mhm.
But there's, at least if I had to guess today, because I don't know it, and actually it doesn't matter, like, exactly how it's arranged, but because it is my soul's last lifetime here, um it was already like pre-planned that I would pass over certain levels where I would have gotten stuck, because I believed fully that I was worthless. Um, but there was a purpose for that. Um, And the one thing that I was told over and over again is that about the levels, don't focus on any stories. They're just soap operas, literally made for entertainment purposes. So, like, there's levels of awareness that are above a regular human's consciousness, if that makes any sense.
It completely makes sense to me. It does. It does.